buddy. T1 right there.
And from the depths of tire hell, Texas Motor Speedway, comes the No Toad Racing League for the Better Tires Than IRL race for Sunday, September 25th. See, you needed that Sunday, and you didn't even know it. Just trust me on that one. So we're doing some qualifiering here, and that means we've got one car on time. We got a car hiding behind my graphic here. I'm not going to show it to you. But we're going. This is season 23, still year 20. This is after 2 of 12 events, so that would make this race 3. Davey Hendricks, shocker, out front, because that's just what he knows. Al Corey, also known as Rafter, and sometimes known as some guy driving the 45, sitting second in points. Kyle Sexy Waltip Gretsch sitting in third with 62 smackaroos. Mr. Clinkhart, who was showing some speed in practice, is fourth, and hot on his heels, as in, tied for that fourth spot, was John Kreidler, who was right with Clink in speed. So they're going to have a good battle all season. AJ Benish hanging out there in sixth, Piracini seventh, John Campbell, and John is by himself there in eighth, but the Nodge and Marty, they're tied up. See who's going to round out the top 10. We got Alex Goff and Sticky Fingers Benson himself sitting there 12th. Skylar Carnes only had a start in Bristol, came in and decided he's going to whoop up on everybody and win at Bristol. Sitting 13th, tied up with Douglas Kelly. Then we got the Sarge sitting in 15th, Al Dixon. 16th, Terry Brooks 17th, Mike McCuskey 18th. James Lawson and Justin Malarkey are tied because, it's early, you get a lot of ties. Tied back there in the back with 19. For 19. With 19. However that goes. Whichever old way we want to do that. So what we have got is we've got Texas. Or as some people call it, Tejas. We have a Tejas. The big to-do tonight. Well, I couldn't put that. I was trying to come up with a to-do in Lasso, and it just didn't work. Sometimes they just don't work. But we're going to be doing the new configuration of Texas. We are going to be doing like 6,000 laps. We're going to do one set of tires, and we're going to see if we can do it just like the Cup cars, where we can go for, 25 laps leading and blow a tire and wreck and caution and start all over again, because that makes for good quality TV. Said nobody ever. So it looks to be that everybody is done, basically anyway. Those who are going to take a lap appear to have taken that lap. And the real weird thing is I'm not showing a time for Nodge, but I'm showing him getting to 190 miles an hour, which is actually tied for the second fastest top speed in a lap. So that's odd, to say the least. So our race info, we are coming from Texas Motor Speedway. That is where we're racing, and it is the Better Tires Than IRL Xfinity race. We got a pretty cool overcast day, 65 degrees, light wind. Be a good day to be one of them digital fans out standing in the shape of a letter K, as they like to do. Track temperature 77 degrees, so not really going to have any sort of issues with grip is where I'm going with this, because I wander sometimes. We'll drop that, and we're going to come up, and Kreidler sticks it on the pole with a 30 flat. Davey Hendricks outside pole, so we're all doomed. AJ Benish and Kyle Gretsch for row 2. Al Corey and Matt Piracini are going to do row 3. Ollie Turan with Christian Lotion is 8th. Alan Dixon and John Campbell are row 5. Gary Sargent and Jason Benson will round out row 6. Marty Rogers and Jacob Clinkhart, who must have had some sort of practice issue, or qualifying issue, because he was way faster than that. He's going to be out there 14th. Sid Kashishian's 15th. The Nodge is going to hit you with 16th for the start. And Alex, the best taste in cars. Oh, no. He did it. Oh, no. Goff, what are you thinking, man? He has the paint scheme. Well, this can only mean one thing. Alex is going to destroy that car. That's just where we're going to be. We go look up at the field. We have pit boxes. We choose not to use them. I don't fully understand why we don't, but we don't. I don't know that we actually have the... There we go. We're getting them rolling now. We're moving like a herd of turtles in a snowstorm. There is your pole sitter down there in South Carolina. Get some of the pit signs coming out. There, we got a couple of them that have kind of upped their game on that. That is kind of getting there. Of course, Kyle's really got us. Yeah, I mean, he's got Walter sitting there, but we're getting a couple. Pop up the box of doom. As you can see, we are starting 17 cars and 135 laps. I believe there is 4 changes of tires. We do run 65% fuel load, so these are not running full fuel load as you would in a public race. So you got to be mindful of that when it's, it looks like we're short pitting. We're really not here with the NTRL. We're just running out what we got. Hear those digitals, motors purring. Purr, 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 purr. Purr, little Xbox, purr. Rawr. I know he didn't do that, but that timed out right, and I greatly appreciate it. And as we come down to fire this thing off for 135 laps from Tejas Motor Speedway, we got a green. We got to go. We're starting lap 1. The 99 on the the inside of the 38. Down into the 87 lane wide turn 1. I don't know if maybe they're going to use some of that asphalt or something. They decided not to. The little man of the boat is paddling his buns off on the bottom, working his way up into third. We got Jump Man trying to jump his way into first. So I don't know if it's better to be a jumper or a paddler, but it looks like a jumper is going to be faster than a paddler. Lap 1 is Kreidler's. We got some side-by-side here with the Ghost Mobile. Uh-oh. Paddle harder, AJ. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Piercini's going to get you. Apparently iRacing didn't care about that. Okay, whatever. Look out the side of Matt Piercini. Look over at Matt or at AJ. And paddle, paddle. Insert some splish, splash, water sounds. I think AJ might just go ahead and realize, hey, you know what? We're only 3 laps in. Just let this thing sort out a little bit. Cool on the tires. For a lot of us, we saw what was happening there. What a tire situation did not look good at all at Real Texas. I dead honestly have seen a couple things online, have not watched the race yet myself. All I know is it looked like a she show, as they say on DBC. A big old she show. There's Alan Dixon. The Coke Zero. None of the sugar, all the fun. None of the fun, all the sugar. I don't think there's sugar in it. Maybe it's no fun, no sugar. That's always a possibility. Behind? Oh, we got behind here. We got Klinkart. He is taking some real estate from Sarge. So he's going to go rolling up here. Klinkart gets he gives him some speed, man. That dude showed up and he is a handful. He was hard to pass. He's fast. Get in there, he can just kind of almost wear you out because you know he's fast and just sticks right behind you and kind of work you into making a mistake just because you're worried about him passing you. He's going to work up here on Alan Dixon. who one of the OGs from way, way, way back. Why are we skipping these? I don't think we're going to be trusting iRacing tonight. Every time somebody goes to pass it, jumps off of it. But Alan, old school, he's got a wheel that's really almost scarily out of date. If he had some current equipment, boy, imagine how fast he'd be. I may or may not just be trying to goad him into buying stuff, but let's just assume that I am, and I am, but that's okay. Buy new stuff, Alan. JC's got all that stuff. You should get it too. Alright, we're going to let this flip around again. We're going to see if it fails us one more time, because it likes to do that. That is the driver who shall remain nameless. And why do we have that coming on? Well, that's what we call less than ideal there, folks. Trading Paints apparently decided it wanted to start like 8 laps into the race, so that's cool. We may get to see some new paint schemes. But we've got Raptor. He makes a lot of laps. He takes care of his stuff. He takes care of fuel. All things that work out good with the No Toad Racing League, because there's a lot of green flag laps here. So we'll run, and you get out there and you're just super duper fast. You've got to be able to save your stuff. Because if you don't, somebody else will, and you will lose to them. It happens here all the time. Oh, see, Raptor ahead to reload into the same paint scheme for us. He's got play cart. He goes way down on him. Take a look out the back of the leader here, John Kryler. So, well, never mind. I'll say, Davey may just be pacing. Or Davey may be catching him. Because that looks like Davey catching him. I could just be getting around. Maybe he's saving his stuff. Well, yeah, outside. You got one outside. He's still there. He's still there. Oh, he's going to be behind you. Good job. Keep that thing back. Oh, my Lord, that was close. Probably part of its camera angle, but still, man, that was definitely close. I do believe David would like to take the lead here. And I think just a little bit of a tail. Yeah, Raptor's got him. Let's check out back real quick, see if this is drawing anybody else up. Nope, they've got it. Man, they've got a lead. Oh, is that it? Davey's going to complete that, going into lap 13. The first 12 laps belong to John Kreidler, starting lap 13. Now, they belong to this man. Davey Hendricks will look back here at Kreidler for a minute. Yeah, I think John is starting to shrink. Pretty positive he is. So, bring this up. You see D. Hendricks there, that was the car we're riding with, and Kreidler there, the yellow number. And see how it's getting bigger. What that is telling us is, in tenths of a second, oh, that's a little bit more. Yep, tipping off on the back straight. So these two are going to just kind of keep working here and pull a little bit of the gap. Kreidler's actually kind of catching back up a little. See, they've got a monstrous. I'm going to move this back one. Now that timing is going to show a negative because I'm actually locked onto Kreidler's car. But say, half second there. Back to Piracini there. 2.6 and actually stretching. They have definitely got the line down. I think we can rest assured that the 38 and the 99 have got the racing line figured out. Come back here and take a look at Mad Matt Piracini. We got AJ right on him. AJ, as pictured, up there in Wisconsin. He takes his boat paddle when he's not using it on the water and turns it into cheese by paddling it over the bucket. I don't know how big the bucket is, or paddle, but Oliver Turan, he is running right now in his own little world. Ollie the Mogul, that's what it was. I was trying to find it. I had a note, and I can't find it. But anyway, that is, he's on the other streaming site. You can ride along with him, just right in the cockpit view with him. It's just almost like being there. It kind of looks like this, except the overlay stuff's not there. Because that's what I have. That's why you want to shop NPRL on YouTube. Because we have options. And then we got that guy in the 45 car. That dude. Jump on here with old Sexy Waltrip himself, Kyle Gretsch. He is watching the tail of the Canadian Tire Mobile. Oh, his normal paint's back. His cartoon car isn't there. Or crayon car. Hopping a step back further, we then land at 8 with Alan Dixon, who's rolling around there chugging a Coke Zero. And behind him, who is definitely not chugging a Coke Zero, old Sid Kishishian, who has one of the Sexy Walter paint schemes on there. Sid's Bullet, kind of a throwback to when you couldn't. Well, when it started, you couldn't get the alcohol sponsorship on toys anymore, and so they put, you know, Sterling Marlin on the side of the car and stuff. Still pretty cool scheme. Mr. Gary Sargent, the owner of these fine parts, is hanging out in 10th, matriculating down the track. Jacob Klinkhart is sitting in 11th, which I just can't believe that. And hanging out in 12th, which is where he started from, is Jason Benson. He's just here for a good time. He's gonna make him some digital circles tonight. Digital circles with the dog leg. And behind him, the Dream Machine that turned into a nightmare. Except it wasn't a Toyota. That was a Chevy, I'm pretty sure. That was David Rudman. Just destroyed that thing. It was awesome. It was awesome. Right. And who wants Starbucks? Wait, I think John probably just said, donuts. And then we got the Nodge, Looney Tunes Lowe's Machine. He's hanging out there in 15th. Christian back here in 16th. I got lost there, 15th, 16th. There was a big gap in them numbers. Also, really sharp paint scheme. And we're going to do these fields here. You can see the field, as they say, has strung out. Marty Rogers is running around his 7-Up mobile, doing some back of the pack. And we're back to the front. We've got Davey. He's leading. That should shock no one. We've got Kreidler right behind, which they're again not really a shocker to anybody. He's up front a lot too. I'll let these guys fight on this here a sec. And do some speed shots. And no, that's not work. Why don't we do that? That'll work better. Let's see how the field is really strung out from these guys. And 3 and 4 is still the old, good Texas that was kind of the copy of Atlanta that was prior to the rebuild we just did in Atlanta. But the turn 1 and 2 here is that new weird why is it so wide thing they did. Dale Jr. complained about a bump there, so they did that to teach him to keep his mouth closed, I guess. I don't know, but it was a horrible decision. Hopefully, if they reconfigure that, honestly, I think we just go back to the old quad oval like Charlotte and Atlanta and just be good with it, because that would be good. So we got them guys fighting up at the front. And then we've got us some Raptor with some Slider getting behind him. These two have been going at it for a long, long time. Right on here. Daryl Benson, he's also pretty good at saving fuel. He's pretty good at saving tires. So we get a little deeper into the run here, and we're going to be within, I'm going to guesstimate 8 to 13 laps. And I think 35 to 37 is probably where we're going to be for a fuel stop. So we'll be getting there real shortly. I don't necessarily see Benson in a big hurry to get around anybody. I don't think there's a lot of us that probably are in a real big hurry to get around anybody. We're just going to kind of ride and see what they get. There goes JC. Bye, JC. See you on the next trip around. Kart has not used those tires with that speed. That sure seems like that may be a thing that would have happened. Got them boys fighting 3 wide is what they're doing. Oh man, Clank! He about slapped that wall like an owed him money. Fall back off of this one here a little bit. But JC, yet another one of the tire savers of this group. JC is incredibly smooth. He's got a lot of experience with this. He doesn't have a number after his name, and he's the name John isn't exactly unique. So if that tells you anything, he was the first John Campbell on the service. He actually did beta testing. Slider did beta testing. I dead honestly don't know about Raptor if he did or not. That's really never come up. I know them guys been around, I mean, not day one, but like month 1 with iRacing. So, I mean, he's got a ton of practice. He got a lot of laps, and that's a thing we need around here. So, to try and keep the playing field level, we just change the cars. Maybe next season, maybe we'll be running MX-5s. Not really. We won't do that. Might actually work. Anyway, so speaking of No Toad Racing League and doing other stuff, Monday nights we do ARCA. Thursday nights we do Next Gen. Saturday nights we do King of the Hill, which is John Barton's masterpiece, actually. He takes odd combinations of things. The Riley that for a lot of people is around for a long time that has, they got headlights. So we run Talladega at night in them, just on the oval. That's pretty fun. Or we'll take the ARCA car and run one of the infield rovals at a place like Kansas, which is really fun. We've got a thing with Watkins Glen because we really like the Glen. So we're running the season of the Glen as it's marked. It's their surprises. The whole season looks like it's Watkins Glen until you get in. And we have ourselves our first taker on pit road. Do you want to know who it is? Paddle, 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 paddle. Summer Shandy Leinenkugels himself, AJ Benish, lap 33. I kind of figured that we were going to probably about 35 was all we're going to get out of him. So come in here. We'll take at least right sides. Outer drop. Oh, we're going to take lefts. All right, we're going to do 4. I don't know who. It looks like Mr. Potato Head on somebody's. back out of the way. Mr. Cleancart is coming in. The pit stop start lap 32. So now some of these guys, there's a million ways of doing this. Some guys will get so to where the point they will shut the clutch. Some will go ahead and clutch and shut the motor off, which at speed, which, I mean, you get tire fall off, but still. We're 2 seconds slower a lap than we were just using Davey. His best was 30.22. His last lap was 32.03. So, I mean, we fell off almost 2 seconds a lap now in tire speed. But that's what gets you. That's what gets you passing. Some guys beat them up too hard. Some people, don't. Got Sid's in, Goff is in, Matt Garcia is in. So we got pit road action. You see anybody? Oh, there's more. There's Rafter or that Slider. I'm sorry, he's coming in. Got Sid leaving. We got cars coming in. We got cars leaving. We got cars all over the place. I just adjusted my headphones if you heard that weird rumble. I didn't think about my mic being on. Sorry about that. So pits, and more pits. Davey is in. John Kreidler is in. Who's that going to put us as the leader? Asks the guy in the booth. And iracing is going to say why it would be Kyle. Full round. So we're getting I'm watching. There we go. Okay, so Kryler, Hendricks, Corey, Tran are all on pit road. Campbell, Nodge is in. So Rich, Benson, and Rogers have not pitted yet. And scratch Kyle off of that. Gets around, gets him a lap lead. Getting into lap 37. So then, realistically, lap 74 will be his next one. Then he's gonna be just. Really, I mean, he could do a splash of gas on the next one if he wanted to. It's hard telling. Couple of things to do. Let these guys cycle back around. Marty Rogers. Mr. Marty. Last one out. I wonder if he is, I wonder if he's clutching. Yep. He's saying, hey, I'm about out of fuel. I'll go ahead and get in here. So that is the last of the pitters. That cycles none other than Davey Hendricks in the 38 with John Kreidler right behind him. AJ showing in third. That sounds like a repeat of the beginning of the race, doesn't it? Matt Piercini's fourth. We got Alan Dixon fifth. Sid Kashishian is up to sixth. Oliver Tran seventh. Al Corey is eighth. Jacob Klingard is ninth. And Gary Sargent is going out 10th. Alex Goff is making his way, though. He's up to 11th. We got Campbell, Benson. So we got Christian, John Crutchley, Marty Rogers, and then Kyle, which being the last one off pit road. Which is last. But we're getting back up to speed here. Kreidler, his best lap was a 30.20. His last lap was a 30.23. So then he slapped some freshies on him, and it's just go, go, go. And who don't like go, go, go? Everybody likes it. Go, go, go. Right on here, Sid. Apparently we didn't ride this one. Right on the table. It's like 35. Car on Davis. They kind of look like some pretty weird little macrame wheel. Sid has a picture of himself celebrating a championship. He doesn't look at themselves ironing the trophy while they're driving. got built like that, so to get that thing started right there, ridiculously big. They don't get a good scope of it. I can stand in my room. They had to expand out, so like it looks a lot like that. That's the thing, that turtle. That's all I can think of. Sid, he's back. Squeeze out. That's Sid's tire. He's tired of grumbling. Oh, we got a fight going. We got Raptor. We got Sid. We got Ollie. Off the beginning of a run. You got Raptor. It's smooth and easy on the tires. Ooh, let's listen to these tires. Alright, so now we're switch to Raptor. God help me, E-Rex. I know it's subtle, and then it helps when the monkey on the control panel actually clicks the right button, so we get the same thing. But you can hear a little more roll in, roll out with Alcor 8, where Sid is a little more on off. You know, it's a little more push the button, let off the button, and that really will change things. I mean, really changes stuff fast. It puts more wear on the tires, also puts more heat on the tires, and when the tires get hot, they lose grip, they wear faster, blah, 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 blah. We just keep going down the road. So being smooth, and especially with Texas, something in terms of, this is one of the tracks that this is why I'm just really not trying to offer anything up, because I don't really have a grasp of this track. The legacy version of it that runs like Charlotte, runs like Atlanta, I mean, you know, blindfolded, do that all day, but turn one, somebody in our Discord said, and I think it might have been John Barton, that turn 1 and 2 reminded him of Phoenix. I am the same as what Kyle Petty says with Darlington, to just fill it and turn it into a bass fishing place. That's what I'm for Phoenix. Just bulldoze it, turn it into I don't care, turn it into a dump, whatever. I just do not understand that track. I probably never will, but that could explain why I can't really see it. It's probably a lot of the track, though, because a lot of other people complain about it, and I'm going to just stick with that story. I'm not going to change it. Uh-oh, here we go. We got AJ, who just decided that Nodge is just going to be in and out of his way in no time. That was kind of impressive, actually. AJ's still on the gas. AJ is, like, man, I honestly, I don't want to just throw like a Houdini of gas savings. I mean, it's not like magic tricks. He's just that good at it. Man, I don't have a, maybe he's like Warren Buffett of saving gas, you know, instead of saving money. He does all kinds of tricks. Hey, we'll jump on there with him later in the run, and we'll ride a few laps, because I got a feeling that if this is going to be where we're close in here, and laps wise, I mean, it's a long shot. So this may not happen in this race. I'm thinking they're going to have about a 25 lap gap. So I mean, that's something you're not going to be able to just save. But he has been known to pull some tricks, and I've tried some of them tricks, and some have. It's kind of fun to listen to him do it because it's got to be busy trying to, on and off and then clutching and all that stuff, and opening up the wheel. From taking that late pit stop, the old 27 is just now getting his way worked back up because he still has to get around Piercini, Kreidler, and Hendricks to get himself worked back on the lead lap if we don't have a caution to Lucky Dog it. Right now, it's looking like we've got Benaj a lap down, and Christian is Lotion in the 35 is a lap down. Kyle's a lap down. Marty is a lap down. Goff is a lap down. Benson's a lap down. We got a lot of guys a lap down. What we should do is we just park everybody in like the top 7, make them stop, and then we let everybody else get their lap back, and then we change the race to Talladega, and it'll be far more fun. People don't like my ideas. But anyway, 10 on back is showing a lap down. So Kyle is definitely trying to do it the hard way, which 2 seconds of tire fall off. He lost that at the end of his run. Kyle's pretty good on old tires, though. Kyle's really good on old tires. So, I mean, he may not have lost as much as Davey or Kreidler did. Now he gets some freshies, and, he stands a shot of maybe being able to get back up there. Maybe, might not. It's all just a subjective thing. Depends on who gets the race, because this is one of the deals, man. You got to be lucky. We have run, I don't remember what the number was now. I want to say somewhere in the ballpark of, I don't know, 100 races since I've been in here. And I have lucked, and I'm not kidding you, lucked out in 1-2. So, 2% success rate, and that was with some luck. These races are hard to win in Publix. They're really hard to win in the No-Toad Racing League. They are, man, we got some fast guys. That guy right there is proof of it. Davey Hendricks is really fast. Kreidler, over and over and over, just comes in here. He's just, I think he is always top 5, or he'll, something will wreck him out. We got Matt, Piercini's always fast. AJ doesn't like to take the credit for it, but he's fast. He's kind of a sneaky fast. He'll sneak up on you and get things that you just don't really think we're gonna amount to much. We'll ride on with him for a sec. AJ seems to be going full-tilt boogie on this. We are dangerously close to halfway, folks. We have not had a caution yet. I have been opening up candy wrappers and throwing things out on the track, trying to get some debris cautions. That didn't work for us. I guess next I'm going to have to try and pay one of the guys out in the digital audience here to, I don't know, streak across the infield maybe, I don't know, or, some tidy whities and a helmet, scream about Tom Cruise and he's on fire maybe, go all Talladega Nights on it. I heard AJ get out of the gas. I'm like, oh, he's gonna start doing it. He's not. So that's where we're at today. It's gonna round out a rough weekend, just like that. Let's do some speed shots. Who likes to do speed shots? We all do. We'll do that. I'm curious. Yeah, still 65. Yeah, yep, still nice and cool out. So, I mean, tire wear is really not anything other than just, just normal tire wear. I think that was. Let's see what oh, okay. I was thinking. That's an odd piece of back off. I wonder if Christian maybe has run the wall or something when the car's activated. He got down. He was halfway down the back straight, and fire popped out of the pipe. So, I wonder. Well, he just doesn't look like he's damaged though. He could have just rolled out of it to let the leaders get by. That's entirely possible. I really do like that color blue, though. We might just watch that again. That's very pleasing. Isn't it? That's a pleasing color. Anywho. Back up here. Got what's black and red and white all over it. Slider's car. Sometimes when you do that in traffic coming the opposite way, they really, especially guys on motorcycles, they will look at you. I mean, you gotta like scream it, like you hang out the window and like, yeah, as they go by. But it's a fun thing to do. I mean, if you're bored, and we all get bored behind the wheel. I mean, let's face it, you can't just ride around with your finger up your nose all the time. At some point, you gotta be proactive and do weird things in traffic to make yourself be entertained. Oh, well, I've got a heckler. Actually, I've got a streaker. So if we need this caution here, I say we gotta. I don't know how we're gonna pull you in there, but we might need maybe to bust down a streak. We've hit halfway, by the way. We're lap 67 of 135. We're past half that lap. You know how it's fine. But anyway, we're there. Pop it on around. We got them halfway done. We are 39 minutes into this, and we've got halfway. I mean, we're getting through it. Is what we're doing. For those of us who wonder otherwise, we're getting through it. I almost wonder if I could steal Oliver's brand and talk to him during the race, because I believe he's told me that he will let me do that. I don't know for sure, so we're going to try it. We're going to see what he does. We're going to just drag him down here real quick. Ollie, I've got you in the booth. How's the race going?
Woo! It's going. Hanging on for dear life.
Well, you guys are 2 seconds a lap slower at the end of the run. So there's a lot of tire fall off. Even for being it's a cool day. The track temperature is only like 77 degrees. But it definitely looks like it's hard to hold on to, and everybody's just kind of minding their P's and Q's. And I thought I remembered you saying I could steal you and pull you into the broadcast real quick, so I wanted to steal you real quick.
No problem. You just caught me by surprise there a minute, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. It seems like it's a two-man race between John Creedler and Davey, but who knows? Anything can happen. We're going to keep the pedal to the metal here and saving tires a little better than most of the guys, I think, but I don't know if it's going to really matter much.
Well, that was the other thing I noticed. We seem to be ballparking it at lap 35. So then the second stop is going to be ballpark of 70. Then we're going to be right about lap 105 for that last one. So we're going to have a 25 to 30 lap run, depending on how much you can save. Does it look like people are trying to save, or are you trying to save it all, or is it just, you're going to have to stop anyway, so you're just going to go and do it?
Yeah, I don't think there's really any fuel strategy. Just splitting up the tire runs is what people are doing. You see people are cutting in now. A couple cars went in. people just trying to break up the tire run as best as possible to keep that fall off from taking off their time as much as possible. I'm probably going to run this one out, though, I think. I got 2 laps of fuel here. See if I can't catch a caution. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the heck out of it. We'll, I'll get you moved back over to the room you were in, and we had our first in-race reporter here from Ollie Turan.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good race.
Back to where he came. He's in a box with Sarge. I know I can pull Sarge in here, so we may do that too. Just probably not right now. We're getting ready to pit stops, but I thought I could. I'm pretty sure I remember Ollie saying he could do that, so that was cool of him. All right, so let's pop up in our pit lane box. We got pitters yet again. We got Corey. We got Piracini. We got Sargent, and Mr. Lotion in the 35 car. And there's Ollie. So, yeah, he sure wasn't kidding that he was about out. All right, so second round of pit stops underway at Tejas Motor Speedway. 73 to go. So, even on this early end, these guys are only getting like 33. That first stop started at 34, if I remember right. There might have been a couple started at 33. But with tire fall off, I mean, this is kind of like a, oh God, I don't want to say that, but it's kind of like a Darlington race that once the first car stops, it looks like they're going to come out with 2 seconds a lap, hanging out and running, you know, if you can run another 5 or 6 laps, the problem is 2 seconds a lap for 5 or 6 laps. You're 10 to 12 seconds slower during that time. Granted, you make that up on the back side, but if that leader, you know, maybe he has you a lap down and you get your lap back, maybe it's worth trying to do that. Maybe try and catch the caution. But if you're running first and second, like, you know, Kreidler and Hendricks, one of them stops, the other one's coming the next lap. You know, if he doesn't get it loaded up and follows. So it's always more than what it seems with racing. Even oval track, you know, we're like, they're going around in circles. There's a lot of thought going into this stuff. Is, you know, now you're, you know, all right, now I'm at 60 laps to go. I know I can get 30 laps out of this easy. So now I stop. Bam. I go 30 laps, 105. Bam. I'm good to the end. And, you know, you've got that split in two. And what they call running a race backwards, that's kind of a way of doing that. Get a, just a little backwards math, and you're like, all right, so how many laps can I run on a tank? How many laps do I have left? Where can I split this where I can just do one stop and I know I'm good? Because, I mean, nobody's going to want to tank 2. That would, that'd be a pretty terrible plan. That's odd. Well, the old iRacing towers apparently have weird things, which, like 3 different things. The SDK updated, the OBS updated, pretty much everything that actually does the broadcast updated. So maybe that's why we're being weird glitchies. Clink Heart is showing out. What happened? I have nothing. I think he pulled the pits and just shut her down. Because scoring is showing me nothing. Nobody has touched anything. Nobody has stopped on the track. Well, that's going to be something to investigate. Have to send down our pit reporter, Harley Carey. Hey, everybody! We're down here chugging hot dogs and beer. Take her right around the old block with Davey Hendricks. See how the Jacksonville, Florida native. Oh, Jacksonville, Florida. Well, he's not there. I think the state's got a. Uh-oh! Somebody's in the grass. We got us a problemo. Big old fat problemo. Like a me problemo. I am guessing, yep. So that looks like Marty Rogers. And let's see. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. Control-Alt-Delete! Control-Alt-Delete! Now, that was actually pretty good. Oh, I thought he dented the right rear, but I think that's actually paint scheme for the little dot to stand on. I like that paint. Yeah, okay. So, realistically, other than to the digital groundskeeper, no harm, no foul. Marty's rolling back around with the rest of the group. And iRacing really liking the blimp today. Must be good blimp flying weather. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. You gotta remember to near with it. I don't know exactly how that's spelled before I type it. I think it's maybe N-E-R-M. Something like that. Meow, 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 meow. See, it makes it way better. It just scared my dog. Alright, so there is Alan Dixon. Did not know yelling near him would scare a 110-pound dog. Near him. Alright, we'll stop using that shot so I stop doing that. No, we won't. We're going to watch it more. Get some speed shots here. Got Marty Rogers is the only one on pit road, and appears to be the last to make it. And he is on his way out. JC was down there doing. That was JC that just kind of took a wander down the track. Hell, he's in VR, so yeah, that may have been a try to clean some sweat off his brow break, get the headset kind of pulled out of his face a little bit. I forget about VR all the time. I don't know why, but that somehow I do. Take a look back here a little. Well, there's Ollie coming back. He's back behind Sid. Where is Mr. Kashishi? And he is up 8 spots. 8. I don't know if Sid can count that high. He is giving one up to Ollie now, though. And now he's only up 7. Alex Goff is also up 7. And there's the dog scaring himself now. So that's always fun. Goff is up 7 spots. We've got Alan Dixon, who's running around here. He is up 4 spots, and he is running 5th. Got himself a top 5. And dun, dun, dun. The boat paddler himself, AJ Benish, 4th. We got the Piercini, who is just kind of third. Gary's starting to jump to the pits. What went on there? Well, thanks for no replay, iRacing. That was phenomenal of you. Good deal. All right, so Benson, you may have a problem right there. Oh, he's that way. Oh, why you gotta be so close? Yowzers! He gone. Just did it. So, Davy's got this point figured out. I think it's the lesson here. Or those Toyotas really are cheap. I've heard that on the internet for years. 49 laps to go. We're one more stop and do some more circles. Scope out the crowd, see if we can find a letter K. They got it. Let's try and see if we can find a card. Oh, that's close. No. Sarge, no, give us one. Watch that wall. Good lord, that's close. That was really close. So, Kryler making up really some pretty good distance on a Hendricks. In our handy-dandy battle box up here. We get Kryler showing up. Benson just lost a second lap. Then Davey is 4 seconds out. Matt Piercini is 5 seconds back. Dodge is there, 2 down. Rogers is there, 4 down. Benson is a couple down. Sid's down a lap. This one might have, maybe we should have made a botched batch of tires so we were popping tires left and right. It might have helped. We definitely got a green flag look to this thing. Jump on here. Do one of these. cockpit. Where we're at speed-wise here. His top speed is 85. Of course, that's going to be on the tires. No, we got well. Yeah, Walmart at halfway. Yeah, he's still touching 189. That shows 189 and 186 in scoring. So we got us bad officiating here apparently. We are going to pop up. Pong. Pit stop strategy, stint length. In graphical form, here is what we had. This is looking, yeah, so we're pretty close halfway. Look at me doing math on the fly. You can see Hendricks, Kreidler, 36 first stint, 37 second. So, if that goes, lap 18, they're halfway through. So if they do 18 more laps, that's going to be lap 110. Going to leave 25 laps to go off the get-go, which was, I believe, if we rewind the tape, what I said while I was thinking that off the get-go. So look at me go. Math is power. Kyle had a pair of 37s. He's 16 into his. Goff was a little shorter, 34 and 35. Vincent's 37 and 5. Literally. Clinkard, yeah. Clinkard apparently decided that second stint was enough. Sargent came in. Man, that's a little dot. I wonder if he only did maybe that 11 above Rogers being probably. I wonder if he only did 6 or 7 laps and then come back in and now he's out again. I don't know if he rubbed the wall or something, but it doesn't show me anything. It just flat says that this is what we got and this is what it is, so I don't know. The mystery remains, but Sargent is now 5 laps down, sitting back in 16th position. Up front, it is the Hendricks with the Kreidler, with Pierzini in a finish, and now Dixon cracking out the top 5. Oof. Well, that was close, right at the stripe. We got fighting going on between Rafter. Yep, Rafter and Slider. Merrill, where did he go? Oh, there he is. Hi, Rafter. I could just say something nice about him, some battle lap. That happens every other time, but rolling around in the 5th position now. Time finish. Pierzini, Kreidler, and Hendricks. Al Dixon, still, he's up 3 from the beginning of the race. 6th position. He's got Ollie behind him. And Sid still up 7. Running around at 8. Kyle at top 5. 9th position. Goff is the mover of the race. He is up 7. And that's tied to Sid. But I like Alex to me. Well, because normally it's like zebra cakes. It's that, so I like zebra cakes. I think got a little bit of a roll or a wrinkle there on the right front, it looks like. Speed wrinkles, man, speed wrinkles. Make them go. Sexy Wonder. I swear I'll stop doing that now. I won't. Kyle running around, he's got his normal paint scheme on. I'm thinking maybe he should have left the crayon paint scheme on. I think he was running better. Maybe something like that. Oh no, Davey has taken all these lead lap status and put a big old denied stamp across it. But Ollie will be with us no more. Now go away or we shall taunt you a second time. And really, as fast as Davey is, I'd say Ollie's doing a pretty good job of keeping up with him because nobody else is. We need to figure out how to put like winner's weight in that car. Or make him start on square tires and grind it down until they're like not square. I don't know. We gotta come up with something because this dude Oof. Oh. So it looks like Sarge may have had a penalty. Getting some chat help. Because that's one thing that all the stuff I've got does not tell me. It does not show me penalties. It also doesn't show me 2 or 4 tires. I don't know how they don't tell me that, but what you gonna do? All right, so Davey, I think at this point, might be able to just shut the thing off and coast every other lap, and he can probably still go to top 10. Which actually, that was an awful late backfire. I wonder if he was trying to save some gas. Let's be nosy. Pack staying alive. He is definitely not clutching it. That's for sure. He's rolling out. So with that big of a gap, I mean, occasionally you get one that you can run enough. Really, really careful with it. You can get in and get out. And the gauntlet. All right, 33 laps to go. Boat paddler is done. It says pack it up. Go eat some ice cream. We ain't coming back to pit road no more. I'm tired of looking at you guys in your fire suits with your air guns and changing 5 lug nuts. I'm done with you. That's probably not at all what happened. But anyway, so AJ appears to have made his last stop of the day on lap 102 of 35. And now we play the waiting game to see who else is going to start pitting. So we'll open up the bottom here. That'll have that little bar will come up and get some round and around in a circle we go, watching whoever, wherever, and whatever knot it is. For this season, just to remind you, the car with the bright green ring around it is the car we're actually on, which here is showing 117, which is 3 numbers, doesn't fit on the dot real good. And, technology can only take us so far. Or we can switch it and say, hey, he's running an 11. And then when you run like this, you can go, look, there's John Campbell. No 1, no 2, no nothing. He's just John Campbell. He's running 11th. He's highlighted in there. And look at all that info. And then we'll be like, speaking of John, there's John Kreidler running 2nd. He's running 2nd right in front of the guy running 11th. We have thrown everybody in the dice cup and shook the field and just pulled it back out. There is no rhyme or reason at all to this running order. It's just madness. Cats agree with dogs. Mayors agree with governors. Goff almost said Keselowski. So there's Sid Keselowski coming to pit road. Wow, it's been a long weekend apparently. I swear, I will tell you guys I don't drink, so that's not the problem. It's just I didn't get any sleep. So there's the Make 7 Up Yours scheme. Piracini's in for his last pit. We had Goff, right? Yep, had him. That does look like that's wrinkled up. I think a couple of these paint schemes make them look like they're wrinkled, so I could just be old. So there's Matt. There's 7. Yeah, that's less than ideal. There's JC. Oliver's on. Let's see, Alcori. About incorrectly called him Corvu. Kind of wish I could get more than 3 letters. Man, their old sticky fingers. He's riding around there in 9th. Well, he's now moved up to 8th, but we're cycling. We're cycling, guys. Let's watch out. Look at all them campers. Well, that's a lot of happy campers. That's a dog that needs his, I don't know, blood. He needs to stop barking. What he needs to do. The Ghost Mobile. I'm haunted. Kreidler is in. 108. So we got 27 laps to go. So he's going to have him some freshies and enough fuel to make it all the way. And behind him, oh, in front of him, got Dixon's already on pit road. So it looks like that's the only two takers this lap. Which, here he comes. And just like I said, you get one of them in there, the other one's going to have to come down pit road with them. They just cannot afford to lose that kind of time. So Dixon, Kreidler, Hendricks, attorneys at law, are on pit road together. Hey, wait a minute. He's got Coca-Cola on his car too. I wonder if him and Slider are working together on this. They got black, white, red paint schemes. Oh, he's got the Mr. Potato Head looking. Oh, that's the orange M&M. Oh, he had to move back up in his pit spot. Pit road mistake may be what causes Davey Hendricks to lose this race. Just a little. And the caution is out. Oh, no. What do we got going on here, Lucy? The lights around the poles of the track are on. Oh, boy. This appears to be... Yep. Oh, and this, as they say, changes everything. Just a lazy little looper there from Slider on cold tires. He didn't slide, so that's accurate. Username checks out. Oh boy. So let's just go over to the tower here. First caution with 26 laps to go. Man, almost ran her all the way green. It's like a no-hitter in baseball. When you get to the end, it's like, man, just do it, finish it out, and then you don't. It's like, kind of like getting an ice cream headache. But that's going to take old Sido in 12th. Looks like he's going to lucky dog it, be my assumption here. Kyle is on pit road. Binish. Why is Binish going back on pit road? So Kyle's on pit road. AJ's on pit road. Benson's on pit road. Campbell's on pit road. Christian is on pit road. They did not stop, so this is actually just going to be their scheduled pit stop. But AJ has now made a fourth, so he went ahead and stopped in so he's throwing on that extra set of tires. So he will not have any tires left. Vroom vroom, says his exhaust. That sure looked like he only put right sides on. I don't know if he knows that's a bad idea or not. Then again, I mean, he can drive these things, so it's probably fine for him. Not so much for me. All right. Well, boys and girls, this, as they say, does things to change things. 25 to go, so we'll have a couple laps of this. So we're going to have about 23 laps, but we all know the problem here. It's time to go. We all got new tires. We're all full. We know we can make it. Then that stupid turn 1 and 2 is so wide. I got a feeling we probably aren't going to make it more than a couple laps through turn 1 and 2. Goff's coming in. Let's see. Lotion, Goff, Sargent, Rogers, all the lappers. Dixon's coming in. Sid's coming in. I do like the light up yellow on the poles, though. Reminds me of my favorite place in the world. So, who's our money on, boys? I really just don't see any way that this isn't another Davey win. I mean, he has really been class of the field, but there at the beginning, man, Kreidler was right on with him, and really Piracini had a couple laps and then kind of started falling back. So he's had the race to figure out what caused that. I know I'm not supposed to talk about that 45 car, but we got a lot of the he's kind of a steady driver, I think is the word I'm looking for, and I'm absolutely not in any sort of way trying to make a joke or insulting or anything. Rafter can very much repeat laps over and over and over and over. Rafter can speed it up, to run some qualifying laps. But his natural tendency is running the same laps over and over. Like my natural tendency is just running in the back because I'm slow, and that's just how my life is. So we have got the problem of a dog that won't stop barking, and we've got other problems like 20 laps to go, and how many laps can you run like their qualifying laps? I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of them. The lights are off on the pace car, so yeah, we will come back around and light this thing up with 23 to go. Sid did get the lucky dog, so Nodge is going to be the first car 2 laps down. Goff is going to be there 2 laps down. Sarge and Rogers behind that. Davey, what you doing? Davey, you are not the pace car. I am completely lost in what is happening here. Okay. Well. Those guys weren't wave around, were they? He still being shown as a leader. Typically, the leader will not get a wave around, which is exactly what it looks like happening. What in tarnation is going on here? Are we just running with the pace car out? Okay, so things to do to really confuse me for 500, Alex. This. I do not get what we're doing here. So is Rafter. What? So timing and scoring has either screwed up something, or iracing screwed something up, because it sure looks like everybody's going to go around and make a lap to catch back up to the pace car, which I would assume means we've extended the caution. Well, this is... Oh, yeah. Now they're all going slow enough to report that they've crashed. And then here comes the pace car to pick them back up. Yep. Scoring must have had something screwed up, so they had to do this, trying to fix everything back up. I sure don't know what. Wow. Okay. Might need to take an Advil after that. So we're coming around, which this still appears to be 1 to go. There are no pace lights on the pace car. But we're still single file. We're not double file. We're coming off of 4. We're going to have a single file restart. What? Well, okay. So that was the thing that just happened. Huh. Okay. So yeah, what we got some side by side. We got Benson on the outside making some way out here on the Australian. John Campbell down the back straightaway. Dodge is hoping they just stay behind him because he keeps a spot that way. Dodge is gonna go high. JC comes up just a hair. Benson's got a little bit of a wobble. We got 4 cars in a diamond formation down to the double dog leg, the quad oval. Down into turn 1 that is 716 lanes wide. I guess Slider wanted to see how some of them higher ones worked. They don't work very good. Jump up here. We'll see this fearsome foursome. AJ, Rafter, Ollie, and Kyle. See what these boys are doing here. Right on Ollie. Got Ollie. Yep, there are. We got a Kyle on the inside here, I think. We do. it's Raptor. Where did he come from? Ollie! Ollie, Ollie, oxen free! Goes, hey yo! Out on the high side. Oh, we're going to get 3 wide. Come on. You guys can do it. I got faith in you. You can do it! Kyle's thinking about it. Kyle wants to do it. Kyle will do it in the sexiest way possible. Boy, that was a sentence I hadn't thought about before I already started saying it. Oh no, Ollie's in the wall. Alright, apparently the wall didn't slow Ollie down a whole lot. That's, if you're going to do it like that. Just get up there, kiss it, be like, later girl, and just keep on going. We're trying for 3 wide, folks. We are definitely trying. Al Corey is like, nothing shall pass. Kyle's all like, I shall pass. That is exactly what just happened. This Kyle guy, he good. He kind of good. How exactly we stuck him with Sexy Walter, I don't know. But, yeah, these are the things that happen. Got 3 of them there. It looks like we've got some battle bots going up here. This is for basically second. Piracini has it. Kreidler did have it. AJ Benz would like some of it. So they're going to go thundering on down and around, hang a left, come back to where they were, down through the quad oval one more time. 15 to go, and a sentence that I wish I got paid $1 for every time I said, Davey Hendricks leads. I get retired by now, man. He leads a lot. But anyway, so AJ, you just hear the splash, 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 and him just paddling his little buns off in that boat. All right, so does AJ have enough speed? Well, he looks like he's gonna work over Piracini. Boy, that was close. That was really close. AJ says, "Give it here. Give it to me. Give it. I want it." Matt says, "No. Shall not have it." AJ says, "Pass nicely." Oh, well now maybe consider. Got some headroom made. AJ might have Matt. It's hotly contested, but he's close. He is real close. We got Kreidler right behind him. That blue car is coming back, so they're going to have Kyle to contend with here now. We're working our way around here. We're going to have 12, or we're going to have 11 to go. We're on 12 to go now. It's right there on the screen. I can read it. Yeah, I still got it wrong. That's terrible. This best battle on the track, and it is running-up spot. I don't know if anybody's going to have that much anything. You know who? Say his name 3 times, get trouble for copyright infringement or something. So now we'll ride on. Fast Matt Piracini. AJ's gonna land a little bit. Yeah, here, all right. So Kreidler ain't leaving. That's for dang sure. Here he comes. I mean, Kreidler was running with Hendricks for 90 laps. Around 10 to go. D, 9 to go. Which will be this fella crossing the line to make it so. And it was so. 9 to go. These guys confirming the 9 to go status. Kreidler, 9 to go on the 99. He said, well, that must mean it's time. I don't know why I just started trying to ride that. All right, Kyle's here. He has come to join the party and probably ruin it for at least somebody. Kreidler's going to kind of blow in there a little bit. Kyle's like, yeah, that's cool. I'll just go up here. I don't know no different. I don't know that doesn't work, so I'll make it work. They get a run off that back straightaway on Piracini. Oh! Wow! Kreidler caught the grass and slowed up ever so slightly, and Kyle was there and just kind of gave him a little goose. I don't know what a little goose is called. A gooselet? I don't know. But it wasn't a full-blown goose. It was just a teeny tiny little goose. So AJ, well, I'm not sure what the highline was about. So, oh, yep, seen a lot of that. But well, that's interesting. I don't think he'll do that in one. One is really going to just kind of paint that line, which is what they're all doing. Kreidler gets a really good low exit. It's a good rundown on the inside of Matt. Wow, that was close. Here comes Kyle again. Here comes Kyle. That could be a TV show. All right, so we now have Kyle on the inside. Wow, that was close. Matt has lost the spot there to Kreidler. Where's Kyle? AJ is cruising on in second here. Comes up to Kreidler. He stalks AJ. Yeah, man, he's got a real good entry into that. 5 laps to go. That little buffer probably not going to be there. AJ wisely probably. All right, well, probably let you have that. Ride. Or maybe not. Well, as usual, AJ's on to something. Running a little high, you get a real good run down that dog leg. I think it's really kind of a dead run. Like a 1 and 2. You guys got to figure this out, man. We got 4 to go. All of y'all need to figure this out. Right back here on AJ. Matt is like, hey, you gonna let me by? And you're like, no, I got water. I can put the flames out. And it's like, is that a metaphor? And AJ said, possibly. And Kyle's like, I know another metaphor. And everyone's wanting to be quiet because it's an inside joke that gets put on the internet. Inside joke. Oh, I don't know what it is. Anyway, oh man, AJ's gonna have to get that bigger paddle. That's for dang sure. You have to paddle. Paddle that boat, boy. Paddle. You're gonna lose 2 of them now. Kyle is going to go ahead and try and just hook on. See, all right, so we lost Piracini there, AJ. Going to try and... AJ's going to try to not lose this to Kyle Gretsch. I see Kyle's got a little bit of that love tap. All right, this is it. Davey Hendricks he's going to win. I mean, that just is what it is. We've got Kreidler is pretty well checked out, so it's Piracini, Benish, and Gretsch here. Third spot is going to be where the battle is. That car way up at the top of the screen, that was your winner. There's Davey Hendricks. Pop over here real quick. Here comes round. He's doing his thing. Checker flag is waving. Matt's going to send it. AJ's going to send it, and Kyle's going to send it. So Matt Piracini's going to take home 3rd. AJ Benish in 4th. Kyle Gretsch will finish 5th in front of Al Corey. Leading, oh my God, stop the presses. He did it again. Davey Hendricks is your winner for the, oh man, this is, let's see, 15 of 17 races now, I believe, or 14 of 17? I can't remember exactly what it is. He did, was it 12 and 14, so we did 3, so 17. So yeah, this is, I believe this is 14 to 17 races. That is just flatly dominating it. Absolutely just dominating it. Nope. Oh, yep, cheating Yodas. You had to get in there and cheat it up, so that way it passed tech. You know, we tear these things down after the race to make sure everybody's legal. So I hadn't punched out their video card and made it too big. Things of that nature. So let's go up here and get us a results screen that decided it was going to take a minute to come up. We've got, shocker, Davey Hendricks winning, John Kreidler in second. Boy, they finished like that an awful lot. Matt Piracini coming home on the podium in third. AJ Benish fourth. Kyle Gretsch in fifth. Al Corey in sixth. Oliver Turan in seventh. Jason Benson rallies, man. Finishes eighth. That's a good run. Alan Dixon in ninth. Sid Kashishian, or Kozlowski, as I'll probably just call him now. Then John Campbell, John the Nodge Crutchley in 12th. Alex Goff, Gary Sargent, Marty Rogers in 15th. Christian Lotion in 16th. And Jacob Klinkhart having some sort of issue that rounded him out. Shotgun on the field, 17th. Ain't that a bummer? That is definitely a bummer. All right, Davey is in the podium finishers, so we're going to move him up here to the Xfinity broadcast, and we'll bring him in. Hey, man, long time no talk. How was the win today?
It's been a little while. This was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. This traditionally is not a super fun track to do, but it was great. I liked it. It was slick. It wasn't too tight.
Oh, the ever-present tight of the iRacing setups, and then turn 1 and 2 here. I had pulled Ollie in during the race, and he said, "Oh, yeah, we're all just hanging on for dear life." Track temp was only like 77 degrees. I really was kind of surprised to hear that it was slick. But I mean, it apparently suited your style. At one point, you were 5 seconds up on second place.
I definitely like loose race cars. Like, that's why for the longest time the ARCA was so fun to race, just because the car was naturally loose everywhere. But no, I mean, it was a nice change from the normal Xfinity tightness. But I mean, really, I don't think I ever gained time anywhere on John until green flag pit stops. Other than that, we were dead even almost the entire race. I just lucked into the fact that somewhere either on entry or exit, I gained about a second on him, and it kind of gave me that cushion.
Well, there was a big gap. Your last pit stop, we was watching him, and it sure looked like you stopped a little short and had to scoot up.
Oh yeah, I did. What was it? I feel like I was talking. It was me, AJ, Ollie, and Gary. We were talking about something. And I just absentmindedly just was talking to him, and then I realized after a second my pit crew's not moving. And sure enough, I was too far back, so I moved up, and I was like, "Well, this is great. He's definitely gonna jump me after I've sat here for a second and a half." But then I again lucked into the fact that a caution came out, and I rolled out with the pace car.
Yep, I was gonna say that doing things like that we refer to as pulling a Cooper. But yeah, that's I actually said that you may have just lost the race on a foot, and because you barely moved, but you moved, and I wasn't sure if that was some sort of weird iRacing glitch, and I was like, no, I've done that before. He had to scoot forward to get in this pit box.
Yeah, the first green flag when I felt like I overshot it just a little bit, so I was really conservative, and conservative's great when you're paying attention, and I wasn't. So that's it's one of those things that I'll never do a second time.
Yep. All in all, though, you delivered yet another butt kicking, and I'll let you get on to celebrate, and then I'll pull second place John Kreidler in here while we let you go. And I appreciate you stopping in. A good win.
No problem, man. Thank you. Thanks for streaming.
All right. So our runner-up, Mr. Bigfoot himself, John Kreidler. What did the race look like from your vantage point?
Well, I was just really trying to hold off Davey as long as I possibly could because I knew he was going to be coming. And a lot of it, we were after he just through some of the pit exchanges, he was just a little bit faster than I was, and I could never catch up to him. So, kind of kept the same distance. I think we were like 4 seconds for a while, but he was just a little bit better than I was, which showed in the end result.
Well, and during the last pit stop, he came in and he stopped short. I was just there being so strung out, we were just kind of watching pit stops, and come in, and he did that little lurch forward to actually get into the pit, and I said he may have just lost the race over a foot, and sure enough, that sentence came out of my mouth, and I've got lights everywhere. So yellow lights, keyboard starts flashing. I'm like, oh my god, we got a caution. So I mean, he almost handed that one to you.
Yeah, that would have been great. I'm still looking for my first win with the Toad series. So, but it'd have been a bad way to win it. I'd rather beat him straight up on the track, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've come up with some stuff that I mean, you may qualify for some of these too, because I mean, you're really getting to get like 1 and 1A here with you guys. I think I'm going to try and figure out if we can talk Sargent and maybe giving you guys like square wheels at the start of the race, so you guys are a little slower and you got to kind of work through the field a little more.
Square wheels for a blockhead, is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I do watch a lot of South Park and like the Canadian cars that are on there. And it looks like they move slower. Just try and even out the field a little bit.
Don't do that to me until I at least get my first win. Let me get my first win, then you can do anything you want to me.
There is no way. Well, then you know what? We'll just say that. But I will say it's got to be coming. That you've been in position far too many times to not end up with a win.
Yeah, but you know the level of the quality of the drivers that's in the league now, it's changed over the past couple seasons. It's tough, man. There's a lot of really good drivers, and so it's really a lot of fun and a great challenge to get out there and compete with these guys.
Yep, absolutely. And we do take new people. The Sunday night is you've got to get in. You have to run ARCA or the Tuesday night 87s, or you got to run other stuff. So we kind of get around you and kind of learn you before you get invited in to be able to run the Xfinity cars. But it's League 6307, and we've got a Discord link in our YouTube channel. You can get on and apply and come in and see if you can come in here and beat John or Davey or even our third place finisher Matt Pierzini.
Exactly, and there's a lot of good guys joining. You can tell the quality is just going up. Week in, week out, the quality steps up almost every week. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a great challenge and a lot of clean drivers. So yeah, we are accepting new apps all the time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's those of us that are kind of more my speed that just really stay in the back and maybe are falling further behind, which makes retiring to the booth that much nicer. But then there's guys like you that these guys come in here and they put a hurting on a lot of us, and you've managed to step it up and just you just keep elevating your game and staying with them, and I wish you could bottle that because I'd buy some of it because I cannot figure out how to speed up.
Yeah, but let's remind everybody you have a win this year, so congrats on that.
I actually said something earlier about how hard these were to win, and they're luck. But I'll take lucky over good, but it's a lot of luck goes into these. And tonight, man, I honestly thought it was coming, but I've learned from Rafter and constantly jinxing him not to say it, but I was trying to lead people down that. But it was close, man. We got to get next week.
Yep, I'll be here next week, that's for sure. But it's been great. You guys put on a great league, and thanks for being admin. I much appreciated that.
All right, well, it's we just try and do it to let a bunch of group that's great. We've got a great group, and it's really cool to do to just have you guys together and get to hang out with everybody. It's kind of like a cool online club.
Exactly. And I'm very happy to be part of the club. So thanks for running the league, and I've enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yep, we appreciate you too. And so that is our runner-up, John Kreidler. And we're going to pop on into our third place fire ride, Matt Piercini with the 24 car. So, how would you describe your experience in 5 words or less?
Cooper, you forgot to turn my admin hacks on.
Oh, was that the problem?
I think so, because I don't know what Davey was, but he was in a totally different zip code.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was talking to him, I noticed, which now this is my third time everybody's heard this, but he stopped and then had to like lurch forward a foot in his pit stall, and I was in the sentence of he just lost this race on pit road, and the caution came out. I'm like, I mean, I got a couple of luck wins, but how? 109 laps caution free, and he gets the caution then. It just, man, being that good and being that lucky, it ought to be illegal.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's in a class of his own right now, and I don't know what it's going to take to beat him, but I don't think I got it.
I mean, well, and then the last restart especially, which honestly I didn't think we'd go green the rest of the way. I really assumed that we'd end up with a caution or two. But I mean, AJ come out just fist of flying. He was hauling it.
AJ was flying, Kyle was flying, John was there, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, if we don't all wad it up, it'll be one heck of a show. And I'm sure it had been kind of boring for the first 109, but I'm pretty sure we made it entertaining for the audience the last, what was about 30 there. So,
Yep, absolutely. You guys were the show from that restart on. I blipped forward just to give people one more shot of Davey that had seen enough of him, and I went back to you guys because I mean that was going to be a dogfight. There for a while, I was, man, you guys were so close to 3 wide. I'm like, do it, and you guys just couldn't get there. But yeah, man, that was fun to watch.
yeah, the track doesn't have enough grip in it to support 3 wide. That's for sure. If somebody would have gone 3 wide, that would have been a wreck.
Well, it looked. I think that was you and Kyle. I think he got right rear up to you, or his right front on your left rear at one point. I think you and AJ. I just had flipped cameras back off to the left side down his car, and it looked like you two were rubbing coming to the stripe. I mean, there was real tight, close quarters racing. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely all. I traded paint with all 4 of them in that 30 lap stint, and we all managed to keep it straight and keep it going. And I mean, we literally at the end of that race, I had 0 tires left. I had burned them totally off, and I was just hanging on for dear life. So to get a third, which is I think basically that's where I think I had a 3rd place car tonight. So I'm real happy that I finished 3rd with it. I'll take it. The Apex Designs car looked pretty good, I think. That flame paint job, I think I did it justice tonight. Still would like to get 2 positions better, though.
Yep. There was a bump from the 27 to the 99 that kind of caught through the grass, and I, for a split second, thought we were going to have 4 broken race cars sitting there. But, yeah, it was an amazing show, so thank you for being part of it.
Oh, thanks for doing the broadcast, Cooper. Appreciate it. If you want to join the league, that's fine. Just be a little slower if you wouldn't mind.
I've tried that. I mean, I've resorted to starting a slow guys truck league. So I mean, I'm desperate for some competition.
It's getting tougher and tougher and tougher. I'm to get even a podium finish now. 2 seasons ago when I joined the Toads, I was running podium just about all the time. But now to get a podium is very difficult.
Yeah, that's I mean, Kreidler was talking about just how good they are, and and you're another one. You, Kyle, AJ, Rafter, you guys have just kept rising. I mean, and I know they say the rising tides float all boats higher or something like that, which I guess I probably maybe should know that since I'm all about, I don't know, maybe 1,200 feet from the Mississippi River at tops. But, I mean, you guys have risen, with them. These new guys will come in and really put a hurting on us for a few weeks, and then pretty soon you guys have caught back up to them.
Yeah, we're working on it. I mean, you know what? The biggest thing is that these guys are forcing me to practice more and run more races, and this season I've been running a lot more of our series. I mean, I've been running ARCA, I've been running 87s, which I don't normally run. Been running King of the Hill this year, of course, being the admin of the Next Gen League, and then ARCA. So I've been getting a lot of seat time, and that's definitely been helping.
I think if we made our own, or if we ran a custom setup, those 87, just as loose and ornery as they are, I really think that there's a lot of car control that you learn from doing them. But I think with the Xfinity car being so tight with the iRacing setups, I think some of that gets lost. But I think it really helps the ARCA car.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I definitely can say that running the 87s has helped me the last couple of weeks, I think, to, get this podium tonight for sure. I have no idea how, but in the 87s already, I've got a win in a second, and I never thought I'd run that good. I mean, normally I put that thing in the closet and keep it there, but I've been running too good in it now, so Sid's told me I need to run the series full time.
Yeah, they're God, those cars are beasts. But there's some tracks that they are just so fun at. The 87 car at Old Atlanta is just, man, there are a few things in life better.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. So, but yeah, no, good race tonight. Congrats to Davey. Maybe one day we'll figure out how to beat him on a mile and a half. I know he doesn't like short tracks, but hey, next week is Talladega. So, well, guess what? Everything's up in the air next week,
including a few cars.
Yeah, just hopefully not me. I've been getting too much airtime right now at the restrictor plate tracks in the last few races that we've run. I mean, we ran Daytona in the ARCA cars, and yeah, my race ended with me being on my lid.
Yeah, if it wasn't such just drama everywhere on the track constantly, I would almost broadcast that as a stream because, I mean, it's either a really super good finish or I'm in the air, like flying. So I was like, well, if nothing else, it's going to be a show. But the old Hawkeyes machine will not be the airborne car next week.
No, I'm sure not. And who knows? I mean, I hope I'm not. I know I'll be looking for my drafting partner, Benson, because him and I seem to work pretty well at super speedways. So see if one of us can get the win next week and try to get our points position improved a little bit more.
All right. Well, man, I'll let you off the hook here, and we'll see you again next week for Big, Bad, and Ugly. Not really. It's his favorite track ever. I love Talladega. But we'll be off for Super Speedway Racing for the No Toad Racing League.
Yes, we will. And basically, for the most part for me, it's going to be checkers or wreckers because that's how it usually seems to be.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Every time, that is the way to do it.
All right, Cooper. Have a good night.
All right. You as well. Then we're going to jump over here, and we're going to run this thing out. So congrats, Davey Hendricks. And, yeah, you guys heard it. 2.66 miles of 31 degrees, 4 wide, just pedal to the metal, beat and bang your way to the front because these Xfinity cars draft different, and they draft by pushing. So, oh, man, get ready for next week, folks. It is going to be a wild one. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same No Toad channel for the NTRN. This is Cooper. We will see you at Talladega.
Good job, buddy. P1 right there.